morning and happy Friday to you. It is Friday, April 17th, 2026. We're officially past that halfway point of April, everybody. Y'all doing okay? Everybody hanging on for dear life over there. Let me know how you're doing today, where you're joining from, and what is bringing you joy this beautiful Friday morning. A little rainy here in southeastern Connecticut, but we're rolling with it. It is springtime. The flowers need that rain to grow, and the rain helps usher in a little bit of that movement in the air instead of still warm, super warm weather as we start inching into those springtime and then summer temperatures. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas. This is Project Joy Live. It's your triple shot of good vibes every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at this 9 a.m. Eastern time hour. And I am very excited because on this Fun Friday episode, Danielle Valero is back here with me today, and we're going to be talking about all of the 90s talk show nostalgia. Everything from Maury to Montel to Sally Jesse to Oprah Winfrey to Ricky Lake. We've got them all to talk about here this morning, the good, the bad, and the ugly, as some of those shows were. But yeah, so Danielle will be on here in a couple minutes and we'll be talking all about that. Let me know what is bringing you joy. As I said this morning, went out with my daughter yesterday, my oldest daughter, and she's an adult now and doing her own thing, and she's always been very studious and helpful and kind, and like she's really she's a great human being, and it's been really a pleasure to watch her growing into adulthood and all of that. But she's kind of found her thing, and and that is tattoos, everybody. So she had gotten her first tattoo last year, and it was she just got a date like on her wrist, that was the date that my husband adopted her, and so that was a whole moment. It was very emotional. And then she wanted another one, so she got quite a bit bigger one yesterday, so I went with her to be some emotional support for her yesterday, and she got a really like beautiful right here, like filigree kind of design with a heart in the middle, and it's really beautiful. It was well done. We always go, a shout out to Flats Tattoos in Groton, Connecticut. My family has been going there for tattoos for and piercings for generations, so they've been around a really long time, and always trust them to do a good job. And so the two different guys did the two different tattoos that she's had so far, and they came out beautiful and wonderful. And so it was just nice to spend some time together yesterday. We did go do a little shopping afterwards, and that was nice as well. And then I had to come home and just rest because the last couple of weeks have been crazy busy, behind the scenes here on the Breakthrough Show Network, and then just in business and life in general. Lots going on. And I am very excited because I'm going to be on with you two more times today, actually. Once at 12 p.m. Eastern Time, I will be on for a breaking news announcement from Claudio Perrone, the creator of Ripley. We have breaking news to share with you today, so make sure you come watch at 12 p.m. And then I will be on at 2 p.m. today with the amazing Sang D. She's going to be on the Breakthrough Show at 2 p.m. Eastern Time today, so make sure you tune in for that as well. Lots to do, lots to talk about. Let me check in really quickly with the audience today. We've got Danielle out there. She's waiting in the wings to come and join us on the show today. Miss Brittany is here. Happy Friday, Brittany. Listen, Brittany said it's the glasses and lip combo for me, paired beautifully with that green. Thank you. I talked about this the other day. I've been on the search for red lipstick that I really like, and I had some. It wasn't the right color. I did get another one. It ended up being too orange, and I'm cool toned, so when I wear something that is orangey, it's not a good look. And so that didn't work out. So then Margine picked me up something which was a good color combo. But my problem is if I'm talking all day and I'm in meetings and I'm doing live shows and my husband pops home for a minute at lunch, I give him a kiss and he goes back to work and I eat and do all the normal things. I don't have time to be reapplying. Can I get an amen from the ladies out there? I don't have time to be reapplying lipstick all damn day long. I just don't. And so I have to have things that last longer. And so when my daughter and I went shopping yesterday, I took the time. When I tell you, I had swatches all of my I looked like a red cheetah. I had swatches of red lipstick all over my whole arm and into my hand. And but I did settle on two that I liked, and I've got one on. I did try another one on yet the other one yesterday, and so I'm trying them. I'm trying them out. I like the red lip is helping me with the confidence that I'm working on, and so thank you. That's a long way of me saying thank you, but I recommend, like ladies to step out of your comfort zone a little bit and like, do something different that you feel like will help you in whatever way with confidence or just feeling good about yourself or whatever. And, go to the beauty store and look like a cheetah. That's my recommendation for you today. Miss Teresa's here this morning. Good morning, Teresa. Good to see you today. Teresa met Maury Povich back when he was doing a show called Our Magazine. Teresa has so many stories, you guys, and be on the lookout because I have a feeling one of these days we're going to see her pop up and we're going to have story time with Teresa like every day. It's going to be so good. So good. All right, you guys, without further ado, it is time to get into our topic today. So let's welcome back to the show, Danielle Valero for Flashback Fun Friday. That song makes me want to go get a burger at the Max. Burger and milkshake at the Max. You guys remember the Max from Saved by the Bell? Okay.
Oh, okay. I'm like, it didn't register. Sorry.
See, this is why I can't remember why I entered a room at any given time because all of that stuff is taking up space in my head. Good morning, Danielle.
Good morning.
How are you today? What is bringing you joy this morning?
Oh, it's not the sunshine because it's quite rainy out today. I had to look and make sure. I'm like, yeah, it's still this. It was storming last night. Like the thunder woke me up in the middle of the night. I swear my whole room shook. The whole house shook.
I heard nothing.
And I saw lightning through the window and my dogs were like so scared. It was a mess.
That's wild. I must have been out last night.
My husband too. He didn't even wake up. I'm like, how is he sleeping through all this noise?
So weird. And our window was open too. We opened the windows yesterday because it's been getting a little warm.
I mean, why can't we gradually, I don't understand our weather in Connecticut it's one extreme to another extreme. And I'm just like, I love warm weather, but can we ease into it? It's a shock to the system.
And truly, people were shocked when I was telling them about it because we had a day last week where we were in the high 20s. We were like right at freezing last week, and we were almost 80 degrees this week.
Yeah. Oh, we were past 80 over here.
It was
hot. Yeah.
30, 40, 50, 60, 40 to 50 degrees higher. Guys, that's like it's a whiplash.
Whiplash. Yes, whiplash.
That's why my neck hurts so bad this morning. Oh, so we have talked about a lot of different things on Flashback Friday, from TVs to movies to music to all kinds of stuff. And one of the things that I know that we've been super excited to talk about are the talk show nostalgia from the '90s,
Mhm.
because so much of that I didn't even realize until I really sat with it. That culture led to what I'm doing today, and but in a very roundabout sort of way. Like, it took me really thinking back to that time to go, oh, like I really was influenced by that period of time. What are the first things that come to your mind when we think about '90s talk shows?
Oh gosh. I think about Maury Povich and Who's the Daddy and the lie detector tests.
Mhm.
And I think about Jerry Springer and people throwing their taking their shoes off and throwing it at the other person's head, and everybody is like, "Jerry, Jerry."
Yeah.
But my
Yeah.
favorite talk show was Montel Williams because I think it was every Wednesday, he would have Sylvia Brown on, and I loved watching that show. I could not miss that. So,
Yes. Yes.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We got a little throwback on the screen for you guys right now in case you can't see it. Come back and look really quick. But yeah, so it's interesting. So I've told this story before. My great grandparents' house, they had like one of those kind of split level houses, but the downstairs was like the basement, and so it was just one big room. And so the upstairs didn't have a whole lot of, I think there were maybe two bedrooms upstairs, and so when they would have company come, they wouldn't have like a lot of room to put people. And so they took like part of the basement downstairs. They had a big pool table in the middle, but off to the side there was like this kind of pushed out part, and they had a clothesline up, and they had hung a curtain so that they had like a bed back there so that they had an extra place to put people, and the curtain would go up in case somebody was staying there. And when I would go over their house, I used to go down there and play all the time, and I would have like friends over and stuff, and we would have like the curtain, and we would be like playing talk show, and we would have the curtain, and we would open the curtain, and we would be like making up theme songs, and like, the whole. And so like I think back to that time, would have never thought in a million years that I would be doing talk shows as a what I do today kind of thing. It's so wild to think back to that. Ricky Lake was one of my favorites
Yeah.
for sure. I was told at one time, I don't remember, when I was a teenager at one time, that I looked like her. It was however I had my hair or something at that particular time. Somebody said, "You look just like Ricky Lake," and I was like, "That's interesting," because I really like her. But then I respected her even more as time went on because I loved her, shows in the '90s, but then also um, loved her in movies as well.
Yeah.
Saw her in a lot of things, from Hairspray to what is the one where the guy,
Crybaby?
not Crybaby, that was
Oh.
there's one where there's a guy that like he she pretends that she's with him. I'm gonna have to look it up anyway. I love that movie as well. Just can't think of the name right now. But then she did a documentary later on in life called The Business of Being Born. If you guys haven't seen that, if you are of
Hmm.
childbearing age, whatever, go watch that film. It is so good because it talks about, a lot of things that a lot of us are waking up to, which is the a lot of issues with the medical system. And this one particularly is around the business of being born and the profitability of birth and all of those things.
Hmm.
So good. Ricky Lake did
Wow.
that. And I think there was a second part as well to that. But she had a lot of celebrities. I remember Melissa Joan Hart. We know her from Sabrina and Clarissa and all of those. She was interviewed for that film as well. And so, such a good documentary. If you guys haven't seen it, go check it out. But so I loved Ricky Lake. I have a few really interesting standout moments from shows like Jenny Jones.
Oh,
I
Jenny
remember,
Jones. knows?
Ludacris appeared on Jenny Jones. I tried to go find the clip, could not find it. But Ludacris, when he first, nobody knew who Ludacris was. He came on and did "What's Your Fantasy" on Jenny Jones.
I gotta find that.
I know, I know. We gotta go check that out because I don't know why that sticks out in my head, but here we are. So let's go through some of these talk shows. I think one of the biggest names in iconic talk shows that ran from 1986 to 2011 was the Oprah Winfrey Show. I mean, that's like
Yeah.
quintessential daytime TV. And Oprah had a really big repertoire of topics. Like she had some that were kind of considered the trash TV, but mostly she did a
Yeah.
lot of like you know, some tabloid, but then she shifted into like self-help,
Yeah.
spirituality, personal growth. And she's famous, of course, for the phrase "you get a car" when she used to have a lot of her gifting episodes
Yeah.
as well. She introduced mainstream audiences to therapy concepts, book clubs. She interviewed big names like Michael Jackson, Princess Diana. What are some of the things that you remember about the Oprah show?
I remember that show wasn't necessarily like one of the trashy ones. It was
Mm,
more like she got deep. There was
yeah.
deep topics, deep conversations about addiction, abuse, like all the deep stuff, and she really dug deep into those topics. So I do remember that was more of like that side. So like
Mm.
if you were in the mood for something like that, you could watch her. If you were in the mood for something trashy, go watch Jerry Springer. But yeah,
Yeah.
her show was also very inspirational. So
Right.
yeah, that's what I remember it being like to watch her show.
Yeah, for sure. And you mentioned another name there, Jerry Springer, which brings me to him. Jerry Springer became the king of chaos. And fun fact for anybody that didn't know, the show, the Jerry Springer Show, originally started as a serious political talk show in 1991, and then
What?
it pivoted hard, pivoted hard by the mid
To the
90s.
other end.
By the mid 90s, it was known for physical fights, love triangles, secret reveals like "I slept with your sister" level drama. And then the audience chant "Jerry, Jerry, Jerry" became super iconic. And they also, the security guard for Jerry Springer, Steve Wilkos,
Yep.
also became famous for breaking up fights and kind of went on to do his own stuff later on as well. But episodes often had titles like "I Married a Horse" and "My Mom Slept with My Boyfriend." Those were the days. I can't. I just, it's so funny to me. It's so funny to me. But
I
you could see that serious side of him though, because every episode he would end with his calm final thought wrap up. It was so,
yeah.
you could see people ripping wigs off on the stage, and then he'd be like, "I'll be right back with my final thoughts after this." What? Wild. Wild. Do you have any specific memories about Jerry Springer?
I do actually.
Oh
Well,
boy.
one is I remember my grandfather would lay on the couch, and between Price is Right and Jerry Springer, those were his two shows because he was a
Mhm.
sports guy and he watched a lot of sports. But when he wasn't watching sports, it was Jerry Springer on the TV. And, he's such a calm old man. It was funny to see him wanting to watch that trash.
Yeah.
But
You know, what is it? Because it was the same thing with my grandfather. He didn't watch that, but one of his favorite shows of that period of time was Married with Children.
oh,
And
yeah.
and that was more of an obnoxious sitcom than some of the other ones that were on TV at the time.
My dad loved that show, Married with Children. It's
Al
always on the
Bundy.
TV. Oh, he loved that.
Wild. Wild. Next show that you mentioned that also came to mind for today was the Maury Povich show.
Oh.
Maury became synonymous with paternity tests.
Oh yeah.
The phrase "you are not the father" became one of the most recognizable TV moments ever. Guests had very extreme reactions, running backstage, collapsing, celebrate. Everybody's acting out. And he also featured things on the show like lie detector tests
Yeah.
and scared straight teen and interventions. Had a lot of those in the 90s as well. Like I've watched some things back that were like, you know, little puny scrawny kid and is like he's gang violence. Like
Makes zero sense.
I know. I know.
Like, who
I
do you think
know.
you are?
And you know what's funny? If you guys ever want a rabbit hole, you can go back to some of those episodes and you can see where they are now. A lot of them have come out and made statements or made a name for themselves in other ways, and you can go back and see what little little thug is doing today. It's kind of funny. But it was interesting with Maury because he stayed calm
Oh,
surprisingly, no matter how chaotic things got. Maury was always like chill.
super chill,
Yeah,
super laid back. He
absolutely.
had a good vibe to him.
He did. He did. Well, and he was married to a another show host, but she was a news anchor, and
Yeah.
so it was a much it was always
Odd. It was a
interesting to me,
little,
an odd
yeah.
pairing. Yeah.
Yeah. But hey, worked for them.
Right.
Such a nice guy, though. So,
Yeah, for sure. Another one that I mentioned earlier on is the Jenny Jones show. Jenny Jones blended tabloid and lifestyle topics. She was known for makeovers and secret
oh,
crush
yeah.
reveals. I had went back and saw a lot of those. Ricky Lake did a lot of those
Yeah.
also, where it's like you bring out somebody and they say, hey, I had a crush on you or this guy or
Or look at
whatever.
me now.
Yes, look at me now ones. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Look what you missed out on.
Uh so this is interesting. The most infamous moment of the Jenny Jones show was a 1995 episode involving a same-sex crush reveal, and it led to an off-show
Oh,
murder. Do you remember
yeah,
this?
I remember that.
And
I do.
that's what started sparking like a lot of the conversation about talk show ethics, like what should be happening.
And that guy clearly had zero idea about what was happening. Like,
Yeah.
nobody clued him in on anything. That was a huge shock for him. And
Yeah.
oh, that was bad.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of these shows, especially when it got into topics like that, really pushed some boundaries
Yeah.
on the legality, especially today. Like, because I just got done going through all of the legal stuff with the network, right? And a lot of
Oh,
these
yeah.
types of things came up because we actually almost had something happen a few years ago on the network here, yes, here, where there was going to be some kind of like confrontation thing happen, and I had to be like, absolutely not, because I didn't want to be sued.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my.
Yeah, no. No, that's
No,
not what
no,
we're
thank
doing.
you.
Yeah, and so I feel like a lot of them really pushed boundaries, but apparently
Yeah.
after that incident, the show shifted tone a little bit. I think Jenny was that might have scared her a little a
Oh,
little bit when all
I
that
bet.
happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
We mentioned Ricky Lake. Ricky Lake was one of the youngest hosts at the time. We had a lot of people that were quite a bit older than Ricky Lake. Ricky was always super high energy. A lot of her audience dancing and cheering, and her topics ranged from relationship drama to identity and self-expression. Again, she had a lot of the look at me now, a lot of makeover. I saw
Mm-hmm.
a couple makeover
Makeover.
episodes that were
Oh,
really good.
no, I saw
Did you
bad
see some
ones.
bad ones?
I was like, y'all made these people look crazy. This looks terrible.
I think I got lucky on my going back. I saw some pretty decent ones that
You
weren't
probably saw the
horror.
ones where the guy had like a really long hair and long beard and stuff, and they, cut
Mm.
it all off and he looks so much younger. Like I saw them, they put them in crazy clothes. The women's hair was like all spiked up and short and like shaved in the back. And I'm like,
Well,
I
I
would be
mean,
so mad.
we have to take into consideration too the time of it. Like in that
Yeah,
time, there were certain styles that were much
that's
more
true.
popular than they would have been
That's,
today. So
yeah, that's
we
true.
could look now and be like, "What? I would never." But at the
Yeah,
time, you know, it's a little bit different. So Ricky Lake had a more younger, sort of more
yeah,
rebellious type vibe than some of the other shows that were out there, especially comparing to like the Oprah Winfrey show. It was like
right.
night and day, sort of situation there. You mentioned enjoying Montel Williams. I always
Yes.
really enjoyed Montel as
Yeah.
well because I thought he had that calm demeanor, but still kind of he wasn't afraid to tell people as it
Yeah.
is. Kind of reminds me a little bit of how Steve Harvey is, like less comedy than Steve Harvey,
Oh,
but
yeah.
Steve is always pretty calm too, and then he's like not afraid to be like, but actually,
But
you know. So Montel became known for giving guests real help, resources, and
mhm.
support, and tackling issues like addiction, abuse, and illness. Montel often walked into the audience, making it feel more personal, and he later became a strong advocate for medical cannabis due to his MS diagnosis, that was a big news as well back then,
Yeah.
for sure. We have to talk about the queen of red glasses and red lips, Miss Sally Jesse Raphael, as well, who got started in the 80s on her show, but then continued into the 90s. She became instantly recognizable because of her red glasses. And she was one of the earlier talk shows, as I mentioned, started in the 80s, but became really big in the 90s. She was known for emotional, serious conversations, but less chaotic than Jerry Springer, and she really helped to pave the way for the genre of daytime talk show. And I don't feel like she gets enough credit for that. I think when I talk to people about talk shows, Sally Jesse isn't one of the first ones that they mention, but if she wouldn't have paved the way, like if she wouldn't have started that, I don't know where the genre would have gone.
Right.
So it's interesting. Another fun mention, Geraldo Rivera show. Geraldo pushed boundaries hard. um, and a famous moment on the Geraldo show was in a full on brawl broke out on the show, and Geraldo got his nose broken on live TV. Do you guys remember that? He had a big, nose thing for that. Let me
I
see if
do
I can
not remember that.
pull the thing here. I'll show it really quick. But yeah,
What
he
did he say?
I wish I'm gonna be honest with you. I wish I could remember. But check this out. It's his from his nose broken moment here.
Well,
But yeah,
he
I
he
can't
really got under someone's skin. I don't
I wish I remembered what the topic was. Let me
right?
Google that really quick. What was real time? What was the topic on the show when Geraldo had his nose broken?
And not him walking around with it all taped up too. That's crazy.
Okay, Geraldo Rivera's nose was broken on November 3rd. Oh, so this was 1988 during a violent brawl on his talk show Geraldo while taping an episode titled Teen Hate Mongers.
What?
The fight erupted between white supremacists and black Jewish activists, resulting in a chair hitting him. Do you guys remember that? Hello, out in the audience, are we the only ones that remember these things? Let us know. But yeah, so it says the episode focused on young white supremacists, including members of the White Aryan Resistance Youth War (WAR). The brawl started after guest John Metzger from War called Roy Innes a black civil rights activist from the Congress of Racial Equality, a quote unquote Uncle Tom. And that was the end of that. Apparently.
I mean, that was a hardcore topic to
I
be,
know.
and then putting people like a bunch of people like that together all in the same space doesn't
Yeah.
seem very smart at all.
Says the episode was notorious for its raw violence, which was later edited and broadcast, beginning with a disclaimer and showing Rivera with a bandage after his surgery.
You had to get surgery? Oh God. That's crazy.
I know.
That's wild.
Crazy.
It was a wild time for talk shows.
It was. There were a couple other ones that were lesser known that my mind just, I mean, it was like I had a whole room unlocked in my head. One of those was Lisa. Do you remember the Lisa show?
What?
Lisa aired from 1994 to 2000. It was hosted by Lisa Gibbons, and the show leaned heavily into real life struggles and emotional support, similar to Oprah, but quieter, less flashy. And she had a huge focus on caregiving, Alzheimer's, aging parents, because she was caring for her mother, I guess, at the time. The tone was gentle and compassionate, less performative and more supportive, which is probably why it didn't do as well as others. And
it sounds familiar, but I can't, you can't picture it, but like the name sounds familiar.
Let me see if I can bring her up here.
Oh yeah. Okay, now
it's
remember clicking.
Lisa now. Yeah.
Now it's clicking.
Yeah. So we had Lisa, and then there was also the Mark Wahlberg show, but not Mark Wahlberg from Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. Not that Mark Wahlberg. There's another Mark Wahlberg. And interestingly enough, I talked about him on Wednesday's show when I was talking about watching trash TV before I went to bed. And he is still hosting out there a lot of kind of, let's see, what would we call it?
Did he do Supermarket Sweep? Was he the host for that?
Might have. Hold on. I'm trying to see. Here we go. I'm seeing what shows he did. He did Shop Till You Drop.
Oh, that's the one.
Shop Till You Drop. He did from 91 to 2005.
I watched
and that. Right now he is the host of Temptation Island on Netflix.
Oh, that's right.
Yes. So he's still doing the trash TV.
That's definitely trash TV. I can't watch it anymore. I can't. My daughter watches it.
It is what we just finished this season. That was my I couldn't get to sleep the other night, so that's what I ended up watching. He also hosted he did a little stint Antiques Roadshow.
Oh, that's right.
The Moment of Truth, Market Warriors, Make Me a Millionaire.
Damn.
He has done a lot with television, like just hosting gigs. And I really find it interesting because even though Temptation Island is such a interesting show, and it really is kind of trashy. He does have those moments when he meets with people where he's trying to, like, he gives really sound relationship advice. Like, he really is like, look, you can't be treating somebody like that and think that that's okay, like, so he does give really good advice, but it's also like under the guise of trash TV. So, exactly. But he hosted his own show, the Mark Wahlberg Show, that ran from 95 to 97. He tackled controversial and socially complex topics like gender identity, relationships, cultural conflict, and it's kind of like he sat somewhere between Jerry Springer topic wise and Montel tone wise. So he's always had that sort of like dipping his toes into trash TV, but while still
Mm-hmm.
trying to have a redeemable quality to him and his advice that he's giving, I guess, which is kind of tapping into both markets, I guess. Um, but basically, the general idea about all of these shows, there were three lanes of talk shows in the 90s. You had transformational and self-help like Oprah and Lisa, like let's heal, grow, and understand each other. You had the explosive shock value talk shows like Jerry Springer and Jenny Jones. And then you had kind of the middle ground or attempted balance between the two on shows like Montel and Mark Wahlberg. And so there was a lot uh, a lot going on. I think of people trying to like find a lane to be in and what was going to work on TV
Mm-hmm.
then. Um, how do you feel the shows then compared to like the daytime talk shows that we have now? Like we have like The View and we had Ellen for a really long time and Oprah obviously carried on into, you know, more recent years. What else is on now? Like the Talk is one or something. It's a lot of panel style.
Right. Drew Barrymore has like a talk show
Mhm.
ish.
Yep.
And then you got Kelly Clarkson has like a talk show ish. I don't know, because
Mhm.
then she'll do covers on the show and stuff. And I feel like a lot of them bring other celebrities on,
Mhm.
more so than just people, regular people, Joe
Right.
Schmoes with their issues or whatever. And also they they also bring like people who are famous on like YouTube and stuff, like those kind of people,
Yeah.
influencers.
Right.
And but I don't see them bringing on just like regular people with issues anymore. It seems like you have to be popular in some way to get on there.
Yeah. I mean, you see little features every now and then. Like if a regular person did something then they went viral on
Yeah.
social media, I think that's changed the landscape as well.
Mhm.
Because I do think that maybe, and this is just an interesting thought that just came to me, maybe the the focus on real everyday life people on talk shows has been overshadowed by the fact that we have social media now
Yeah.
and everybody is telling their lives there. We don't like at the time the 90s talk shows, that was really the only place that we would get to see some of these other like real life, I guess, more
Yeah.
drama going on. Now all you have to do is open Facebook.
Yeah.
You want drama, you just log in.
Go straight to the comments. That's
Yeah.
pretty interesting. I get invested and it's one comment, and then from that comment there's more comments under that comment, and then everybody's yelling at each other, and this one has that opinion, that one has that opinion, and you get caught up in the drama of it.
Yeah. The see more button is the devil. I'm convinced. The see more button is not your friend,
Then you go
everybody.
down a rabbit hole
I
and you're like,
know.
what am I doing here? Oh, how did I get here? I
Yeah.
need to go need to go
Yeah.
about my day.
Yeah. But it was a bigger deal back then too when they did have celebrities on the show.
Right.
And a lot of celebrities I think got their start on, like I said, I remember that I don't know why that ludicrous episode of Jenny Jones just sticks in my head, and Sang remembered it too. You know, like I don't know why that sticks out in my head. Maybe it was, I mean, if you think about the lyrics to What's Your Fantasy and how much had to be bleeped out during that
Yeah.
episode, might have been what it was. It might have been what it was. But I love you know, tying how I tie in, you know, my love for those shows, appreciation for those shows. I certainly have an appreciation for it running my own shows now. Where you kind of have to think about how things flow and segmentation, and then more recently the legal side of things, like how far can we push things without getting into major trouble, um because we are in a different time now.
Yeah,
It's different for sure. Do you
very.
think that if a talk show came back with that 90s style, that it would survive today? Do you think that people would watch it, or are we just done?
I don't. I'm iffy on that because I feel like it could work, um, but it could also go the other way. It's like one of those things where I could see it being popular, but I could also see it just not working and
Yeah,
not enough audience, not enough people interested. I guess it,
right.
I don't know. I'm kind of stuck in between. I think there's a 50-50 chance for
Yeah,
that.
I'm not sure that the younger generation would get it, because like I said, we have social media, and then we also have where we saw this kind of in the 90s, but continuing, even, I mean, it pushes so many boundaries today, as reality TV.
Right.
And so that will be another, I think we should go there one week and talk about
Oh
the real
yeah.
world. The
Oh
real
yes.
the
Yes.
real world was wild back
Very
in the
wild.
day, like, because nothing was being done like that. It charted a new territory, and I think that we are we kind of are in this really weird time now where we have this like super shock value reality TV like Temptation Island, and then we have, the completely other side of things, which is like, I don't know. I don't see a lot of we don't see a lot of like the everyday. It's either got to be complete shock value or like celebrity news in order for that's just
Mm.
all I see.
Mm-hmm.
All I see. It's crazy.
Right.
And but we continue, here on the Breakthrough Show Network, we try really hard to bring not just entertainment on the show, but also value and ways for you to walk away from watching something feeling like you didn't just kill off half your brain from watching the show. We try really hard to help with that here. So we're going to take a quick break. Let us know your final thoughts about 90s talk show. Do you feel like if a 90s style talk show came back today, that it would be successful? Why or why not? Put it in the chat, and we'll be right back after this with birthdays.
Breakthroughs are about more than you might think. They're about discovering who you are, digging deep, reaching to the core of your soul. They're about healing yourself, understanding your beliefs, creating a ripple effect. And it's not just those initial moments that matter. It's about using them to bring more joy into our own lives and the lives of others. It's about having fun, letting loose, enjoying every moment life has to offer. It's about finding a safe space. It's about creating connection. Join us each and every day for exclusive programming, special events, and a community to call home, where we invite you to explore, change the way you look at and live your life, and go beyond the breakthrough. So we ask you, are you ready? We'll see you online at thebreakthroughshow.com.
Welcome back, everybody, to Project Joy Live. Today is Friday, April 17th, 2026. Danielle and I have been having a lovely conversation about 90s talk show nostalgia. If you had to pick a favorite, would you go with Montel? You
Yes.
mentioned it before. Yeah, for
Yes.
sure. Um, Yeah, I would go. I think I'm gonna go stick with Ricky Lake for my favorite because I think just watching her over time too, not just the period of time that she was on the show, but she really has like evolved. Like
Yeah.
she really has transformed herself, and she's always done a lot of things, which is also
Yeah.
very similar to me. She's done shows and movies and all kinds of stuff. And so love that. So I'll stick with that
Didn't
answer
her
as well.
didn't her audience used to like go Ricky in the
Yep.
audience, right? I
Yep.
remember it just came to my mind when you were talking about her. It was
Yes.
definitely a hyped audience
It
that she
was
had.
for sure. And you
Yeah,
know
her
who
shows
does
were
that
fun.
now? The one that was on Jennifer Hudson. Jennifer
Oh, and
Hudson's
they do the whole
audience.
lineup
Yep.
for everybody to come down and they like sing a song and do like a whole chant and then
Yes.
you like kind of dance through the aisle.
Yes.
I've seen some clips. I don't
So,
really watch her show fully.
yeah, I don't
Yeah.
either, but I've seen some clips as well.
Mhm.
All right, everybody, it's time for birthdays. Are we ready? Let's do it.
Happy birthday to you.
Okay, in the world of celebrity today, actress Jennifer Garner is 54 years old today. Happy birthday, Jennifer. I might have to watch 13 going on 30 lately. I love that.
Love that movie.
Love that movie. Okay. Is this no surprise that we love that movie, guys? Okay. Victoria Beckham from the Spice Girls is 52 years old today. Happy birthday, Victoria Beckham. Actor David Bradley is 84 years old. He was Professor Finch in the Harry Potter series. He was the weird one with the cat. Yeah. He's a great actor, though. Another actor, Henry Ian Cusick, 59 years old. You might remember him from the show Lost. That was a good one, and also the 100, among many other things. Happy birthday! Also, actress Kimberly Elise is 50. I can't believe she's 59 years old. But she was one of the main characters from Diary of a Mad Black Woman. She's been in a lot of things. Love her. And rapper Redman is 56 years old today, everybody. So then the celebrities in my life, I have Breakthrough alum Calvin Witcher has a birthday today, and also Katie Williams has a birthday today. So happy birthday wherever you are and whatever you're doing. I hope you have an amazing celebration. Any birthdays you're celebrating today, Danielle?
No birthdays right now. I might have one Monday.
Okay. Yes, Danielle is going to
I'll
be
wait till it
joining us
gets closer.
back on the show on Monday as well. And so we'll have some more fun with Danielle on Monday. It'll be great. All right, let's get our birthday song on. Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jennifer Garner, Victoria Beckham, David Bradley, Henry Ian Cusick, Kimberly Elise, Redman, Calvin, and Katie. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to all those that are celebrating. We hope you have an absolutely amazing day. Coming up later on this afternoon on the Breakthrough Show Network, as I said, I've got 2 more times I'll be with you here today. 12 p.m. Eastern Time, I'll be here with breaking news from the Ripley platform. And then I will be back at 2 p.m. for an all-new episode of The Breakthrough Show with my fabulous guest, Sang D. She's going to be here. It's going to be so good. Can't wait to hopefully you guys can tune in for those things. And maybe by then I'll be able to English better.
English better.
It'll be great. Anything you have going on, Danielle, that you want to share with the people today, or any final thoughts?
No final thoughts. My brain's a little empty at this point. So
all that trash TV we've been watching is what it is.
Yeah, a little brain rot going on right now. I need to finish my coffee.
It's happening. happening. All right. As we mentioned, though, you will be back on the show on Monday, so we'll have some
Yes.
more nostalgia. We'll do let's see, we have Throwback Thursday, Flashback Friday. What could we call Monday?
Manic Monday. I don't know.
Manic Monday happening, coming to a screen near you. All right, Danielle, thanks for being here today. As always a pleasure to see you and chat with you. Thank you, everybody watching or listening wherever you are in the world today. And Danielle and I want to remind you to make joy a priority in your life today and every day. And we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.